This short instructional video explains how to erect a set of standard Kenlow Annex walls under a caravan rollout awning. The first step is to ensure that your caravan is parked on a good level site and that the van itself is level. If the ground is uneven, you may find that one annex wall will be higher than the other. The next step is to erect your rollout awning. To do this, you need to set the end lock on the roller to the roll down position and then undo the travel locks on the front and rear arms. You are now ready to roll down and fully extend the awning, after which you can then slide up the tensioning arms on both sides and then lock them into position. Now adjust your awning legs so that the locking pin is located in the hole marked by Kenlow when they manufactured your annex walls. It is important to do this because it ensures that once it is erected, your awning will be at the correct height for your awning walls. Erect your awning legs at both ends so they are vertical and extend the tensioning arms and lock them into position using the locking nut. Once again, you will find that Kenlow will have marked the correct position at which to lock off your tensioning arms to fit your annex walls. It is important at this point to ensure that the slot in your awning roller is correctly positioned to accommodate the side wall when you come to erect it. The slot should be facing back towards the caravan at approximately 4 o'clock. You are now ready to erect your awning walls. In this case, we will be erecting the front and rear walls using what are called Aussie Traveller arms. There is another arm system on the market and we will show you how that works too in just a moment. Start by clipping the Aussie Traveller arm into position on the caravan and raise it up to insert the spigot on the other end into the spigot hole on the roller. Finish by tightening the lock nut to hold the arm securely in position and repeat this process at the opposite end. The Aussie Traveller arms have a built-in clamping mechanism that grips your awning to prevent it from flapping. To clamp your awning, simply lock the clamp handles into position along the length of the arm. Select your wall and start from the gap in the middle of the arm. Feed each end in turn into the slot on the arm. Next, attach the zipper section of the wall to your caravan by sliding it into the slotted track. Then do up the zip and repeat this process for the opposite wall. If your awning walls are designed to be suspended from telescopic arms, the first step is to insert the arm into the wall pockets, ensuring that the locking thumb screw is located in the gap between the pockets so it can be tightened once the wall is in position. Next, thread the edge of your wall up to the top of the channel on the side of your caravan and locate the end of the arm into the bracket above. Now raise the arm and insert the spigot into the hole on your awning roller. Finally, tighten the thumb screw to lock everything into position. Once you have your front and rear walls in position, you can now install the draft excluding strip along the bottom of your caravan using the press studs along the top edge. Install the larger sidewall by feeding the top spline into the groove on your awning roller. While the application of a little silicone spray along the spline and groove will make the wall slide more easily, the assistance of a second person will also help you feed the wall into position. Once in position, you can zip the front and rear walls onto the side wall. Now you can attach the Velcro straps to the awning legs to tension the wall and add lateral strength to the entire structure, which is important in windy conditions. The annex walls can now be pegged to the ground through the eyelets along the base of the walls. The front and rear doors can now be opened by undoing the zips and rolling up the door. This is often made easier by first folding up a large section of the door and then folding this in two halves again to make the roll more rigid and easier to handle. Once the roll is about 500 millimeters from the top, another trick is to flip it and roll the remaining section under and behind. This way, if it rains, no water is collected in the roll. Hold the roll in place using the straps and press studs. All Kenlow doors come supplied with a fly wire section, which means they double as windows and to provide good ventilation in summer. To open the flywire section of the door, it is simply rolled up and held in place in a similar fashion to the main door, but this time from the inside. The sidewall window is unzipped and rolled up in exactly the same way as the doors and held in the open position using the straps and press studs. Because it is quite a bit wider than the doors, it is sometimes easier to roll up the window with the assistance of another person. So there you have it. Your Kenlow Annex walls are now in position and ready for you to use and enjoy. All our Annex wall systems come with a 12-month warranty and can be custom built to your exact requirements, with doors and windows exactly where you want them. Kenlow, more than a shade better.